Hi everyone, this is Killshot99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live news, updates, and Warlord. That's right, we've got big Warlord information for you guys tonight. We will crown a few of our players as Warlords. You will officially get the Warlord title tonight, and it's going to come with a very nice unlockable ability. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. We got amazing gear. A brand new pet's going to blow you away. Dow picking up bundles and super bomber bundles and stuff, and that's how we roll. But you know what? It's not just about the gear tonight. Normally, we would be going PvP tonight, but we do have to push tonight's match back 1 week, which is fine. We talked to all the parties that are involved, so we're going to use tonight really to talk about the game, show you guys some sneak peeks. This is we never waste a day, right? Even when we can't do the normal thing that we're going to do, we do the thing that's most productive. So these streams are always great. Gives me a chance to get your feedback. Absolutely love to hear from our gaming community. So we'll let a few more people log in. That once they find the stream, they're probably like, Kills didn't post it early enough. But yeah, it's posted here. So I am going to listen to a little bit of your feedback, things that you like, things that you'd like to see with the game. That is some of our best streams. So we're going to talk about the schedule. Notification just now went out because I just now posted it. I didn't post it until like 8:59. So yeah, there really was no notification. So we're just hanging out. You know, it's me, Dimes, Diana. It's like three of us just chilling, talking a little bit of Play Dead Live. You guys missed the stream. So yeah, everybody, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up, and we've been streaming for the last hour. You guys have a great night, and I should do that. Like everybody that logs in at this point, I should. Bonnie wants a boss fight. you know, I can see some boss fights in the immediate future, especially with the schedule that we have coming up. Bonnie wants more NFTs. I still have to send out your Bounty Hunter NFT, so I'm hoping. I think I'll have that out at the latest on Saturday. How about if I show you guys a little bit of Busy's top secret Twine project? How about that? How about if I show you guys completed color maps? How about that? And we do a little bit of Q&A. So Kel's got a pretty big list of and you know what? We'll let people as they log in. Let's start with the business end. How about we start with the bundles, because there's new items in here that you guys are going to have questions and that you guys are going to like. So, or, well, I mean, I could show you a sneak peek. Well, anybody want to see? Anybody want to see Stoneland's completed map? How about that? It's beautiful. All right, let's start with Stonelands, because you guys have seen bits and pieces, but Busy has been hard at work. So here we go. Team Mirror, this is your official home. Now, I will say I was heavily involved in the naming aspects. All right, so we'll start out. You can see the bottom right-hand corner. Look at that. Portalis, the compass. What an incredible job with the artwork. If you guys don't appreciate what Busy has been doing, I mean, it is unbelievable. So I'm going to zoom in some different areas, show you. You know, we'll start out. You can see Ruins of Rock, the Granite Gardens, Magma Mountains, Crossfire Cliffs, which you guys have already been to Crossfire Cliffs. You can see, look at Mirror in there with their moat. There's Sarah City with a little Triceratops in there. Labyrinth of the Lost, area that you guys will see in the very near future. One of my favorite areas, I named this. This is called Yesterday. So yesterday is going to be a really cool zone. Mesozoic Meadows and the Igneous Enclave. So you can see all the neat little portals and amazing job there. Is that not cool? Seeing the T-Rex munching on the Velociraptor there? that is pretty cool. You've got a little pterodactyl flying around. And we can zoom in and see Mirror. All right, so this next thing I'm going to show you guys, it's very brand new. Busy did not know. We haven't proofed it. We haven't done anything to it yet. But no pictures in the background. But this is going to be an amazing part of our portal. We keep telling you guys about these Twine stories and how you're going to be able to go catch up. You know, players like Crimson Tide, players like Craven Light, who started the game a little bit late, you're going to really be able to go in and sort of relive some of the experience with some pictures, some videos, some music. So again, this is super, super raw at this point. The hyperlinks do work if you were to do it. I'm not going to show you the hyperlinks, but you're going to see kind of an idea of the way the story is going to go without pictures. So this is just a little sample of Twine. So again, as we said, look, we haven't went through and proofread everything, but this will set the stage, and the story is going to be very immersive, and it's going to be chapter after chapter after chapter. So you're going to want to log in order to see the update. And you know what else we're going to do? We're going to add a little mini quest like this as well, all throughout your Play Dead Live career. So every beginning has an end. This is a little bit of story. Where does that leave us? Perhaps somewhere in the middle. And you can go through this whole event, and then you have a choice to make. And it'll probably come with several choices. You might have 5, 6 choices in there. And you can stay and fight, or you can leave with the military. Now, you guys know everything has a consequence. So when you hit one of these little links, it's going to take you to the next chapter. So what you do is going to be your own individual story. So there's literally going to be thousands of different combinations of things that you guys can do. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. You guys are my pioneers. So you guys are going to have very, very unique roles in the story. No tribute to Zork, a tribute to Play Dead Live. So it is going to be something that is so unique, so where your characters are going to assist people. Your characters are going to be a permanent part of every new player that's involved in the game. So think about that for a minute. Anybody that comes into the portal that plays is going to get a piece of your legacy in the game. So we're going to have real neat creative ways to do that. And hey, when I'm not doing inventory 15 hours a week, I am going to be immersed in this story side by side with Busy, Tammy, Jules. We're going to be writing the hell out of this thing, and I'm a pretty creative writer, so you never know what you're going to get when I start getting immersed in this story. So stay tuned. Let me we'll get back to this in a minute. All right, so here's a couple of announcements. So all of your inventory is done, but I didn't send it out because all of the stuff tonight I'm going to add to your inventory and send it out to you at about 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So once you get this tomorrow morning, you are free to upgrade, to play around with it, to modify, to do all of those things. So we will be 100%. All of your trades are done. All of your upgrades are done. The only thing I'm going to ask you guys, do not send any trades, any upgrades, or any work tonight. Just chill, relax, and then all the stuff that you see tonight is going to be added early tomorrow morning, and then you'll get it at the very latest by 10 a.m. And then rest of the day, once I send you that message you got your inventory, you can do everything you want to it. You can start to give gear to other people because tonight you are full Warlord. All right, I'll get to the bundle in a second. I do want to talk about the rankings. The rankings and the schedule. Okay, so the current rankings tonight was kind of a battle for first place. But we know that Vox had some issues tonight, and it didn't hurt to push it back next week because now Mir's not playing back-to-back games. So if you guys can do me a favor, take a pen and paper and write these down. And Kel, if you can do me a favor, if you can take these down and post this on the Facebook fan page. So I'm going to ask you guys, do me a favor, just really quickly. Please, 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 just focus on what I'm talking about right now because we've had some people who said, I thought I was playing this day and I'm not sure. I'm going to give you guys the remainder of the season all the way up to the playoffs. So this is important. So Kel, if you can take notes and then post the calendar on the fan page. All right, so Wednesday night, June 16th, we've got Mir versus Ark. Monday night, June 21st, we've got Sly versus Ark. And then the game that was supposed to be tonight is going to be next Wednesday night. And it is now the final game of the season. And it is Vox at Mir. So we've got 3 more games. The season will end on June 23rd. Okay, that Friday night, we're still playing Play Dead Live. That Saturday, we're doing Clash. Monday the 28th, we are going to have our 3rd annual Max Awards. Or is it 4th annual? Whatever. We're having the Max Awards on the 28th. So that weekend, you will get your votes for your superlatives. So the 28th, we have the Max Awards. Wednesday the 30th. Okay, now this is what's important. After next Wednesday, you are going to know who's in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for the playoffs. The reason I'm telling you this is because you're going to have 2 weeks to take whatever day you're playing off of work. All right? So next Wednesday, you will know which night you're playing. So that's locked in. So the following week, we got the Max Awards. On the 30th, we got an all-star game. So we're going to be getting together, playing around, having a good time, play testing some scenarios. The following week is 4th of July week. We are not starting the tournament on the 5th. And we're not playing on the 7th. But that week, you'll probably get some boss battles. If you're on vacation, you might be able to tune in for a little bit. But for the most part, we have several people on vacation that week. I will not be. I will still be streaming. We will still have things going on. We will start the postseason tournament Monday, July 12th. Monday, July 12th, number 1 team in the league will be playing the number 4 team in the league. So that means you will have known since the 23rd of this month when you're going to play. So that gives you 2 weeks to make your schedule work. So if you're number 1, you're playing Monday night. If you're number 4, you're playing Monday night. If you are 2nd or 3rd, you're playing on the 14th of July, 1 month from today. So the number 3 team will go to the number 2 team. The following week, the 19th of July, the 2 teams that lost the previous week will play for 3rd place. And on Wednesday, July 21st, I know all of you are saying we're going to be there that day, right? Sly's going to win the whole damn thing, right? Everybody from Sly is going to be there on the 21st, right, Tammy? Right? Oh, wait. I meant Vox. Vox is going to be there on the 21st playing for the... What do you mean? Mir is going to be playing... Well, maybe it's going to be Ark. So one of you, 2 of you, is going to be playing on July 21st for the championship. So if you're confident, go ahead and take that day off of work. So number 1 and number 4 will play on the 12th. Number 2 and number 3 will play on the 14th. The 2 teams that lose that week will play on the 19th. And the 2 teams that win that week will play for the championship on the 21st. By that point, you're probably going to have 3 or 4 pieces of Onslaught gear. So that means after tonight, you can start calculating who's going to get what gear. Now, some of you did some really, really smart things. And instead of upgrading 10 pieces of Warlord gear, you upgraded 1 or 2 pieces that you know that you'll be keeping for at least halfway through the season. Actually, it was brilliant. There were a couple people that saved their Warlord skins and said, I'm going to apply it to a couple of these late items because I can tell you, Onslaught is going to be really, really good. All right, is there any question at this point about the schedule for the next month? Please ask. Take this information, go back to your faction, and not a single person should say, I don't know what day we're playing. Here's the other thing. There will be no rescheduling. That schedule is set in stone. The next 3 matches, the mini break that we get around the 4th, and the restart we get on the 12th. So if your team can't make it, or your stars can't make it, it was a good season. So get your teams right, get your teams focused, because the way I'm looking at the standings right now, and I'm not even joking, every single team up there can still finish in first. Mathematically, it's possible. Because Ark is in first place at 4-3. Vox is 4-4. But Mir and Sly are 3-3-1. Sly is 3-4-1. So every team can still finish in first, depending on how their next match goes. So that's what we have to look forward to. It is going to be action-packed. If you don't get first or second, you're going to have to play on the road, and you're going to have to pull a rabbit out of your hat and really, really play well. We know road teams can win, but you're going to need to be ready. You're going to need to be glyphed. You're going to need to be gemmed. You're going to need to be ready to rock. All right, I'm going to get back to the standings in a couple of minutes. I want to get in some bundles because I'm really, really excited about this. Because we've got some really awesome changes. And we've sold a lot of Super Bomber bundles already tonight. We sold Warlord gear tomorrow, and we're going to sell a ton of Onslaught gear. Because the Onslaught gear is amazing, and there are people that are probably going to get this Warlord gear, and they're going to be pretty happy with that Warlord gear. So when you start to give this to some of the players in your faction, and they got all these upgrades on them, it's going to keep them competitive. All right, so I'm going to go through this. I got a couple more announcements. We're going to talk about a super replenishment bundle. And let me go through these items, tell you what they do. We got a lot of stuff to share with you guys tonight. So I'm starting out with that silver bundle up at the top. Elixir of BSC, Elixir of Burley, 2 Savage 6, 2 Mag 7s, and 5 Pet Revives. Hold tight, because this is a great bundle, but I'm also going to do something for you guys Wednesday night. 2 of each of the waxes. That's 2 bow, 2 armor, 2 bullet, 2 blade, 2 grenade wax. 2 Borophene, and 2 Carbotaniums. That's a $10 silver bundle, and it is absolutely packed. Let's jump over to this red bundle. Neon Red. A lot of people burn through Neon Reds. Bionic Torso Scarlet, Glyph of Steam, Ravishing Ruby. Pink, you're going to need that base. Red Summon Skins. 2 red gels, Glyph of Gore by request, M45s. And the bonus between the red and the gold, that's right, Iconic Gold and Platinum. Go to the gold. Glyph of Brawn, Neon Blue, Stunning Sapphire, Vine Smoke, Fizzle Bombs by request. Could be something diabolical planned. Wolfram Ammo, you know how good the Wolfram is. Max Seal Smoke, Law Arrows, some really, really good bow upgrades. The arrows are important. Stronghold Satchel, and look at this. Between the gold and the green, I don't think we've ever done this as a bonus. 2 gold summon skins as your bonus. Green Glyph, Blue Spark, Max Spark, 2 of each of those. Neon Arrows, Glyph of Fog, Bioglyph, Bionic Torso, and the brand new, replacing the Majestic Metagem. Listen to the stats on this. The Portalis Metagem is a H10D10 Metagem upgrade. The Majestic Meta was H6D6. This is almost double. So I told you guys that Onslaught is going to be a slaughter. Onslaught is going to be about battling and protecting yourself. Just the Metagem alone already giving you a lot more firepower. Standard Ammo and Lunacy. All right. I think what I am most pleased with tonight is the bonus section. Brand new item. Craven Light is about to lose his damn mind. It is called the Razor Rune. The Razor Rune is collectible, just like the best of the skins that are out there. The Stellar skins and the onyx skins. You got to collect 30 of them, not 25. But guess what? You can apply a set of 30 razor runes to get a 25% increase on either armor or weapons. It gives you the ability to pick which ones. You can still collect your onyx skins. You can still collect your stellar. But now the razor rune is not going to make you choose until you're ready to choose. So you've got two different ways to add a 25% stat increase. And you can pick armor or you can pick weapons. Choice is totally up to you. It is a 30 collectible, so it is 5 more. But you will see razor runes on a regular basis, and you will get the chance to upgrade your brand new gear. So it gives you a chance to really upgrade multiple pieces a little bit faster. All right. The mythic summon skins, you guys know, those are 30 collectible as well. Some of you already have 5 or 6 of them, so you're well on your way. And now it just gets crazy. Because if you bought this bundle for the Warlord piece of gear, the band, which is the highest stats we've ever had, you were smart. If you bought it for the pet, you were smart as well. If you bought it because both of them are in this bundle, you're a freaking genius. Because this pet is one of my absolute favorites. Because I love strategy pets. And it is the real essence of combo play. Amari is a cold, cold pet. First of all, can I show you how beautiful Amari is? Amari is incredible. So Amari is a Warlord pet. And Warlords will continue to get the bonus even when you're wearing Onslaught gear. You don't lose your Warrior bonus. I see Ocean Man picking up that silver, and it is loaded, Ray. Amari is a universal pet. So you can play Amari at your opponent, and it's D20 plus the Warlord bonuses, and it gives you a 1 in 6 chance to ice block your opponent with Icy Veins. Now, you're probably saying, well, that's pretty cool because that does a little bit of what Rufus does, right? Rufus has a 1 in 6 chance to knock you out. But if you don't want to use Amari on a person, Amari's going to go hit the wall, and he's going to freeze the wall for 1 turn. And if you hit a frozen wall, you deal double damage. So, think about how important Amari is going to be in your planning. Cannot be stacked. Will not freeze until the next, not the same turn. If you play Amari on the wall, the next person on your team will hit the frozen wall if they choose. So this is not a combo shot for you. It's something that you are going to have to plan. This is why I like it. Because you're going to catch teams off guard. It can be stopped. Any flame damage, it can be blitzed, it can be stopped, and any flame damage to the wall will break the ice block. So, Craven Light plays Amari, it freezes the wall. Julia goes next, she's like, oh hell, I can't let that wall stay frozen. Maybe she throws a flame grenade, hits the wall, and in the next turn it doesn't do double damage. So there's going to be some cat and mouse to it. You got to break that ice block. Or you don't break the ice block. But Amari is something that you are going to have to think about. And the game just gets more and more strategic. Because now you got to think about the portal, and you got to think about Doomsday Device, and you got to think about defensive points, and you got to think about the temple, and you got to think about the wall, and wall damage, and how many blues, and how many psychos. Are you guys having fun yet? I mean, we have developed something that is just, it is the ultimate mental PvP battle. I see Animal picking up silver. I see Ocean Man picking up the gold. Animal picking up the gold as well. Leveling it up will not do more damage to the wall. Fire arrow, any flame attack will melt it. No, no, no. Oh no, Bonnie. This is what you live for. This is just one look, you guys have to plan on when you play Rod and when you play Nolan and what's going on with the wall. Yeah, I mean, it's not invincible. But what better way to play a match against somebody than to always keep them guessing what you're going to do? And now you're going to think about like, hey, frozen wall, and then they're going to play. So you have team communication. Craven's going to be like, I got to freeze this wall because they can't stop it. And, hey, next turn, Tammy, you use a M7. So now you get the M7 damage, and we're going to double that. So it's going to create some big, big damaging blows. That is Amari, my favorite pet. And look, I wanted to give you guys just a small taste of the bridge between Warlord and Onslaught. This, everybody, is the best piece of gear ever rolled out. The Warlord Band is the first ever H30 D30 B30. That is 90 stats in one piece of gear, everybody. And I can promise you, if you like this, you're going to love Onslaught. Because as I said, this is the bridge. Who wants total stats from base Warlord gear before any of your upgrades? Who wants to know what all the categories equal? And by the way, you got 2 gems in there too. All right, so the complete Warlord set, before any of the gems, any of the sockets, has a total, before any of your upgrades with your Warlord skins, 266 health is the health. Now, by comparison, Duelist was 170. And Duelist didn't have the gems. So Duelist was 170. Warlord is 266. Damage. Duelist was 200. Warlord 312. Base. Duelist was 155 base. Listen at this. Warlord 260 base for full Warlord gear. I guarantee you got some people in your factions that are saying, oh my goodness, that base is going to be incredible. Armor pen. Duelist was AP 40. Warlord AP 65. Armor pen resistance. Duelist 25. Warlord 33. Sockets. Duelist none. Warlord 21 sockets. Glyphs. Duelist none. $13 sockets. I'm sorry, 13 glyphs for Warlord. And Vengeance of 15. Now I can promise you, Onslaught gear is going to hit very, very hard. So this last piece of gear alone gives you a very good indication. Okay, so you've got new pets. Kel, can we get a bundle update? And again, I'm adding all of these items into your inventory tomorrow. The sockets are built in. But the Duelist gear all right, let me rephrase that, okay? The Duelist gear had 12 sockets because there was one socket built in. These are the additional. All right. So I got a trivia question for you guys. Let's see who can answer this trivia question. If you guys are ready for a trivia question, give me a quick 999. Okay. Which bionic collectible raises your character's permanent armor penetration? Which bionic collectible raises your permanent character's AP. Looks like we stumped a few people. The correct answer is none. There's not one. So congratulations. Everybody do me a favor if you've collected every piece of Warlord gear. If you own all of that Warlord gear, give me a 999 right now, because I want to take a brief moment and I want to acknowledge the first class of Play Dead Live Warlords. Because you have unlocked the Sever ability as a Warlord, and it will be a permanent part of your character. And Sever gives your character a permanent AP2 bonus to your character that throughout time will be able to be upgraded. There will be other ways for characters to unlock them, but all of the Warlords have unlocked Sever, and your character now gets a AP2 bonus forever. Just like your damage, just like your base. You are now a little bit more lethal. So we really wanted something that embodied the game, and obviously not something that you're going to run away with and do tons more AP damage, but something that's also significant that in addition to the Warlord title, just a little extra bonus. And of course, you will get the bonus from your Warlord pets as well. You will always be a Warlord, even in Onslaught gear, just like you're a duelist, just like you're a gladiator. So Warlord pets are going to get that increase, and you will get an additional AP2. So that's a pretty nice stable. So did you guys enjoy the Warlord set and also the Warlord pets? Even if you didn't get all the pets, you have your favorites, right? Do me a favor, type in chat right now what your favorite Warlord pet is. Of all the pets that we've released, all 14 of them are up there. I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, Nitro and Kit. I mean, I wouldn't interrupt a Warlord party to talk about Onslaught. I mean, that wouldn't be something that I would do. Myers, Kit, Diddy. There's so many good choices. A lot of good choices. All right, well, I'm sure, as much as you guys love Warlord, I mean, I think, Tang could have gotten some votes. Tanner, what what do you mean? What's Bane? Craven, what are you talking about? All right, look at tonight's bundles, everybody. What do you guys talk? What is Bane? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's get to these bundles. Dimes, Gemstone, Unforeseen, Jules, Craven, Flyrod, Cat, Moonshot, Tiny, Valar, Crimson, Samurai, Bones, Trigger, Miss, Kel, Floater Gear. All the teams got the floater gear. And the Super Bomber Bundle, you need to stock up before you get to the tournament. We've got B-Dub, Bones, Jim, Tiny, Dimes, Cat, Trigger, Valar and Dow splitting, and Kel. And if you don't know what is in the Super Bomber Bundle, oh my goodness. I hooked you guys up big time this time. The last one was Nanner Bombs and Mom Bombs, and you got 10 of each. Not tonight. Tonight with this bundle, we've got 12 Nanner Bombs and 12 of the highest firepower grenades ever created in Play Dead Live. The Freedom Grenade, it is D100 cluster. 10% higher damage than the Nanner Bombs. And the Nanner Bombs are like 20% higher than the other bombs as well. So in tonight's Super Bomber Bundle, check this out. Your Muertes. 16 Muertes. 10 M45s. 12 Nanner Bombs and 12 Freedom Grenades. They are going to hit. So this is your opportunity to make a push at the end of the season or to tuck a few of these away for the tournament. Again, it is limit 1 per person and 1 per faction. You can split them and put it in your faction. You can split with another player, or you can just load it up. Amari to the... That is what I'm talking about, Craven. I'm already seeing it. Amari to the wall, Mag 7, Freedom. You might take down a whole damn wall. We might actually see for the first time somebody take down an entire wall in one shot. So you got to watch out. Yes, you want those flags. Yes, you want those temple. But you got to go after it. And Amari can freeze a person. Now, are you guys fired up? Because we're not even done. And I am going to take a minute once again just to remind you of Onslaught gear while I grab a quick drink. All right, I know Ray said he was going to be Onslaught Ocean Man, but the official title, Ray, is Grand Marshal. And Grand Marshal is a epic PvP title. If you thought Warlord was great, you're certainly going to want to be a Grand Marshal and get that set bonus for your Warlord. I mean, it is... all the stuff here is good. But I am really, really looking forward to the next set. And by the way, Onslaught rolls out Wednesday night. Wednesday night, we will kick off Onslaught gear. And on Wednesday night, we're also going to do something pretty special. So Wednesday night, we are going to offer the first ever, it's going to be like the Super Bomber Bundle. We're going to call it the Super Stock Bundle. So the Super Stock Bundle is going to be the biggest replenishment you've ever had the opportunity. I don't know if we're going to do it every month. We might. But I want you guys to start to think about it. This bundle is going to be a $100 bundle. If you need a week to pick it up, you message Kel. But I would anticipate maybe numbers like 50 pet revives, a lot of ammo, tapes, potions. It's going to have several hundred items in it, and they're going to be items that you guys use on a regular basis that you just can't live without. And they're going to be higher quantities of those items. So the way I look at it is this is going to be something that players that might not be able to pick up every piece of gear, but still want to have the ammo and some of the potions and the smokes and those things, because they might be getting floater gear from their faction, or they might be getting gear from another player. You know, another player hooks them up and says, hey, I'm picking up Onslaught gear. This gear is yours. But then they may still need a lot of tapes, and they may still need a lot of red gels. This is going to be an opportunity for you, maybe once a month if you guys like it. I'm going to do it Wednesday. If you guys like it on Wednesday, we'll do it again in the month of July. Because it might be something where you guys can say, I don't mind, I need to pick up this one big bundle every month, and that's going to keep me going for all my PvP, for my Friday night, for my faction wars, for the Clash, all of those things. So you can also pick up one and put it in your faction bank. So if several people want to chip in and get it and give it to those players, then that's up to you guys as well. But again, not required, but it could be something that you guys want to save up towards. We're not going to do it every week. It's going to be a kind of a special thing. So you guys know, Onslaught kicks off Wednesday night, and we're also going to give you a glimpse of the first super stock bundle to have you guys work on your replenishment. All right, you guys, I'm going to open up for some Q&A in a little bit. You guys want some more good news? Tell me how much good news you can handle. Meanwhile, I'll go ahead and show you Dark City. All right, you can see you got Somber Veil, you got Morose, you've got the Midnight Marsh. Yeah, we might need to make a change to that. Busy, I just saw it. That should be Midnight. Sorry. Ground Zero, where it all began. So as you guys know, check this out, and this is really, really cool. So, if you guys notice, the Frigid Fields, do you notice that the Frigid Fields are connected to Ground Zero? See a little bit of that snow right there? Really cool. We got the Devil's Playground. That's where you guys went through, remember the Tunnel of Love? So, you guys were a lot closer to some of these areas than you thought. Look at Mean Streets. Mean Streets are so good. And you can see the Plains of Pain. Crowley's Farm right there beside Fort Sly. So if you look at the path, you started out at Ground Zero. There's the Twins. And you made your way to Crowley's Farm. And then it all went underground. So as I said, amazing work by Busy Bee. All right. I am also pleased to announce we are going to lower, effective tonight, loader bundles are now going to be 100 loaders for $10. So we started out, used to be that you had to put all these different combinations of grenades. So we came out with loaders. And loaders were $10 for 50 loaders. Then loaders became a little bit more popular. So we're like, you know what? Let's split the difference. We're going to double the loaders to 100, but we charge you $15. So you paid a little bit more, but you got twice as many. Well, starting tonight, 100 loaders is going to be $10. No worries, Busy. No worries. You know what? And look, that's the nature of what we do. Me, Busy, Tammy, Julia, we've been working on these maps. Hey, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to have typos. We're going to proof it. But that's live for you. So no worries at all. It's beautiful, beautiful work. And we are creating something phenomenal. So I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. We've got Warlord gear with a sever ability. Best piece of Warlord gear we've ever rolled out. We got a complete calendar for you guys all the way through July. So you can take a little bit of a day or two off, 4th of July week, relax, have a cookout, come back in and just drive some Play Dead Live. I will be streaming that week. We will have events going on. As I said, I won't be vacationing. I'll be here. But, we understand. Some people are going to be away, and we want to come back supercharged, and I don't even know what you're talking about. Why do you guys keep typing Bane? What is Bane? All right, anyway. I've seen that like 4 times. People are like, tell us about Bane. Tell us about Bane. I don't even know what you're talking about. So loaders are going to be discounted. We're going to put out the brand new Super Stock Bundle. We're still going to have Super Bomber bundles from time to time. And as you guys know, we don't do a ton of them. But when we do, there's a lot in there. And in less than 2 months, I'm going to tell you, I got to tell you guys, I'm getting happier and happier. Even when I do inventory, every time I do an inventory, I'm just like, we are getting so close to having you guys have complete control over your pets, your upgrades, your weapon upgrades, and now we got Razor Runes. There is a box opening event on June 20th. Yes, there is. And I've only given you guys a small taste of what's on June 20th. But I will tell you, and let me go ahead and just break the news to you guys right now, because this is probably going to be one of the most sought after items we've ever had. Hold on. I got to find my file. So, Kel, how are we doing on box reservations? Do we still have a decent amount left that haven't been reserved? All right, well, I'm not going to go through Baby Lou and Ocean Tier and Biogen and the Blood Medallion yet. But let me tell you, the Mask of Anubis is an instant cast ability that prevents a person from changing classes. I'm going to leave it at that. You guys go fight over it if you want it. There is your Cape of Craven lockdown item, the Mask of Anubis. And it is legendary. So get your box reservation. I think it'll be a pretty popular item. Well, you do, but certainly, yeah, you do lose your legend. But if you're already a class that is playing what you want, I'm sure a tank would love to have a mask of Anubis. I'm sure a sniper would love to have a mask of Anubis. You know, it's one of those items that you have the ability to play to win. It locks down your Cape of Craven. It keeps you from changing classes. I will guarantee you there are several players within factions that would absolutely love to have that mask and say, well, hey, such and such is not going to steal my pet. Such and such is not going to turn into Tank Kell or Father Football or Priestess Dimes. It absolutely. And, you know, I don't foresee a circumstance to where 5 of them are going to be used. And it's like, okay, we're going to use all of our legendaries on that. But I see some situational plays of saying, we don't want that person to lock us down. So it's going to give you a chance to lock down a person before they lock you down. More to come on that. But as I said, that's just one small legendary in a box opening event. I just showed you guys last week's. We've got Friday night coming up. So there's even more that's going to be in this box event. So it's going to be a 20 box event. Get your numbers reserved. Okay. I don't want to tell you guys too many boring things. Like everything I'm telling you guys is the exciting stuff, like the glittery stuff. But there's a lot of development and little things that we'll be able to do on the website. Here's one example. So I told you guys we'd be able to have microtransactions. So we could also, we're not using the portal really to do a lot of our auction house and purchasing type of things. But the way we're going to do inventory is going to be to mimic. All right, so here's some of the back end stuff. Okay, see this bundle. Currently, for me to enter all of this in your inventory, I have to type the first few letters of what the item is. It populates. I tab. I type the next thing. It populates. I tab. I type the next thing. So basically, when I'm entering this, it's BSC pulls up, Burley pulls up, SAV pulls up, MAG pulls up, Revive. 5 different revives pull up. We pick this. So that's why occasionally you'll get a item that doesn't belong to you, right? How many people have had an item in your inventory and it's like a shield, but it was supposed to be a potion. Actually, I'm not going to ask you that because then everybody's going to be like, wow, Kill screwed up so many times. But anyway, that's what happens. So our software is going to allow Riley, Kel, Jason, and Mist, notice I didn't say kill shot, to have a blank slate like this, and it's going to say silver, red, gold, green bonus. And they're going to be able to drag and drop to create this picture on our web portal. And then once they create this picture, then they're going to hit a drop down and they're going to assign it to the person that bought it. That simple. Because all of these icons are going to be on the web portal. So you'll be able to see that. So, and I know it's not flashy, but it's just something that is just an amazing time savings of the 15 hours a week we spend on inventory. Let me see. There was something else I want to share with you guys. The online store will continue to grow as we develop the Burn Arcade. So, as you guys know, NFTs will be for sale up there. Some small items in the game. Trade features will be in there, so you'll be able to trade gear between your own accounts. You'll be able to set up multiple accounts. You'll be able to do your own upgrades. And then once you guys are kind of playing around with that, you'll be able to do your Twinery story, mess around with the maps. We're going to be looking for guild achievements or faction achievements. And then once that's up, then a lot of my time and attention is going to be going to the Burn Arcade. All right. How did you like Clash the other night? Who had a good time playing Clash? I thought it was the most fun, most competitive night we've had in a long, well, not to mention, I love Faction Wars. But I thought the PvP was epic. So, as you guys can see, it's anybody's game. New week, new targets. You can see B-Dub, Crimson Ron, Craven Light, Ocean Man. Probably going to have a little bit more of a bullseye, but, you can't take your eye off of Dow, Dimes, Jim, Moonshot, and Rye. They all got second place points. But certainly, Julia, Busy, Flyrod, Kel, and Sheila, they're going to be raising the bar a little bit. They're going to be going after some of those other players to try to keep the to keep it balanced. Yes. So, Ray, I don't think we're going to be able to implement a trophy room right away. But my vision for that is going to be like you have your own kind of MySpace background where you can have a little bit of bling, a little bit of achievements. But I absolutely want to work a more interactive version of this. This is actually, believe it or not, this is a little bit of my pride and joy. This took about 4 hours for me to lay out. it's kind of weird how time flies, isn't it? It's like we see these graphics, and then I go back, I'm like, my gosh, that took a while to do that. But yes, I want a version of this to be a permanent part of online, and ideally, I want to get to a point where your character can walk up, pick up the trophy, and then read it. So it just adds a permanent part of the development of our game. I mean, I've got so many things that we're going to implement. Okay, so a couple items. I'm going to do a little bit of Q&A with you guys because this did come up, so I want to make sure. You know, we talk about, I see Kel says gold and silver. No, Trigger, absolutely no. We want people to show up every single week, and there's going to be some people that only show up 3 or 4 weeks. We want everybody involved. No, this is not a if you miss a week, you're out. In fact, if you can only show up 2 or 3 weeks and it helps your faction, you certainly want to show up. So I'm going to open it up. You guys ask anything you want to ask, because this is about getting ideas out there, getting, new additions to the game. So one of the items that came up is the Cosmic Void. So Jim has a couple options with the Cosmic Void. Number one, at the beginning of the game or in pre-match buffs, she can close the portal. It does have to be announced. So it either needs to be typed in pre-match buffs, Cosmic Void, and you'll know there will be no portal. Or if she does not use it at the beginning of the game, she can use a legendary, or she can change the portal target. So she really has some flexibility there. So if she's going to close the portal, it has to be done either in pre-match buffs or at the moment the game starts. If it's after the game starts, the portal cannot be closed. But she could still, let's say Craven says, I'm going to take Dal in the portal. And Jim can use that ring and say, no, you're not. You're taking me in the portal. Or you're taking Julia in the portal. Or you're taking Valar in the portal. So she can switch targets on you. And that changes lineups and shuffles and all of those things. So if it's not used at the beginning of the game, then the portal cannot be closed once we finish the first person's turn. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. You guys ask me what you want about weapons. If there's a question or concern about a weapon, ask it now. You guys want some more good news? All right. While you guys are formulating your question, how about some more good news? I talked to the leaders today, and we unanimously decided DI Pets will not... Oh, man, I know Craven's going to get happy again. DI Pets will not count against your 5-pet limit. So that means You still got to use a pet revive on them. But now you can use 5 regular pets. And you can use 3 DIs. You'll have to use 8 pet revives. But it will allow you to play more pets. Everybody was pretty happy about that, actually. I mean, one of the first thing Bonnie said was like, hell, now I can play Gold Nero. It's like, there's a lot of gold pets out there that people don't want to lose. So it gives you a little bit more, you know, some of these pets, and you're going to have mythic pets soon. We want you guys to use them. Cosmic Serpentine. So Cosmic Serpentine, Sheila, is a 2-round slow. So that means, and remember, legendaries do fall off in the final round. But if you played Cosmic Serpentine on Trigger for 2 turns, she's going to move at half speed, and she's going to get half of her normal actions for 2 rounds. So that means, whereas before you might have been able to say, I'm going to play a smoke, a pet, a potion, and a grenade, now she's going to say, I'm going to play a pet and an attack with no smoke and no potion. So it's going to cut the speed of the person in half. Now, if they're moving, can they use a speed potion to get back to normal speed? Yes, they can. All right. Let me also clarify the temple. Okay, and look, ask me more questions, get them out in the open. So, gemstone here, cat here. We're going to talk about targeting, what you can hit, what you can't hit. All right, so what I'm looking at for distance, the bomber and Julia. Those are close proximities to me, and it's standard movement. There's no effort involved in that movement. When we get to the final 2 positions, you're going to lose something. So if Jim makes that movement there, she's not going to get that smoke cast off. If Kat makes that movement, she's not going to get that smoke cast off. And same thing if it's Valar who's making that long movement, or if it happens to be a bomber. So one side, it's the bomber and the defender. The other side, it's the bomber and the defender. Okay, the next question is, what can you reach? Okay. Defenders. Ron can hit boss. Ron can hit the temple. Ron can hit boss. Ron can hit a cross. Valar can go across. Boss. Boss. Cannot hit the temple. So when I'm calculating movement, I'm really looking at how far somebody has to move on the map. That means plays like Petro, plays like Gas Blast, plays like Grizz, launching attacks do make a difference in how far that person goes and whether or not you want to play a max seal or something on them that slows them down. We've seen this in the past where there may be a fear that Cat's going to run up to the temple. So what somebody will do is they'll play max spark. That means her speed is slowed down to half. So Sheila, yes, Ron can hit Jules and Crazy L can hit Trigger. But Ron cannot hit the tank and Crazy L cannot hit the tank. So Sheila, for the Cosmic Serpentine, that may force somebody like Cat to use a speed potion to get to the temple in order to be a normal move. But the other nice thing about the Cosmic Serpentine is it stacks with Max Spark. So that's your combo. So somebody can play a Max Spark and that'll stick them in place. Remember, slow abilities, but once somebody's slowed or stunned, they're immune to it. And Midnight. All right, so this is way, way forward thinking, and I don't know that we can pull this off by October. I would love to have this by the end of the year. So when we start developing the Burn Arcade, I'm thinking trivia games, puzzle games, arcade games, tournaments, contest, time sucks, things that you can just log on and play and kill some time or play and compete. High scores, tournaments, battles, not things that are going to take a lot away from Play Dead Live, but certainly things really that you can, continue to compete. Our format, our platform is all about competition. It's going to be about rankings. It's going to be about achievements. It's going to be about accolades. It's going to be about awards. I mean, that's part of the reason why you guys play. You're not going to be number one at every game, but I'm hoping to have achievements and then unlock certain things. For example, maybe you play so many arcade games, you unlock a custom skin for your account. Or, we have some events where we give away prizes. All right, so we've hit about an hour and a half, and I think I've given you guys a lot of info. What other questions do you guys have? We can. No. If the damage does not, if there's no contact with the player does not move down a rung. And I know that there's probably been some confusion with a couple of pets. Because there are some things I think we did when we were playtesting it. So the official ruling is if something hits a seal, it doesn't hit the player to knock them down a rung. If a pet hits a pet repel, it never hits the person either because the pet goes away. So, do I know what's after the jungle? Yes, I do. I, I mean, that was a question. I answered it. What's the next question? Are there things that you guys would like to see on the web portal? You know, it's a really good question. If I picked, I don't know. I don't know that I can pick one. And if I tell you a lot of them, people are going to go back. They're going to revisit them. Axis is really good. So I guess it would depend on if you asked me if I was playing a team game, what is my favorite item or items that I would use, or if I were playing solo or Clash, it would probably be different. Tanner only protects Tang. That is correct. That's the only time it can be played as a defensive instance. Yeah. So for faction wars, if I was playing to win, Axis would probably be my favorite item. If I were trying to play competitive PvP, Gridlock is really good. I think Helios is pretty amazing. I mean, I probably have about 10 items that I would certainly want to use just to have some versatility. Because, I look at it like this. Okay, Axis can lock a person down in place. And there's a lot of benefit to that, right? Somebody gets out of position and they don't have the ability to get back, or to slow somebody down, or to keep somebody from going where you want them to go. Gridlock, you basically could lose a turn with the possibility of killing something or someone. Sensei's really good. Sensei, you can blink out of your area and get a free attack and then blink back instantly. So it's like you left but you didn't leave. And in Clash it would depend. I mean, I'd like to be able to play an aggressive class, but it depends on who your partners are. I think there's the misperception of if you've got two warriors, you have to play slow or you have to find a way to heal. Have a good night, Trigger. Tell our group we said hello. But I'm more of the idea that if you've got 2 assault classes, that, well, you finish people off quicker. And now there's probably a lot of things I could tell you, but you know, I have to be careful because I could probably just sit here and give like 10 things, and you're going to be, whoa, okay. And they're just really, really good combo plays, or they're lockdown plays because they're there. You just have to really go through a lot of the items. But if you play an assault class, you can't be afraid to play to your strengths. I mean, the whole idea when you're playing a healing class or against a healing class is you got to get them to burn everything they got. If you let people sit around and wait with cooldowns till the very end, well, it's because you didn't hit them. You get them to burn all that stuff, so that way, by the time you get to round 3, it's even money, and you should be hitting harder than they hit you. You guys probably heard that. It is a crazy, crazy thunderstorm. It's getting ready to kick off. That was loud. Did you guys hear that? That sounded like it was like literally in my headset. Oh man. With pets, I have a lot of favorite pets. I don't know. I mean, none. Let me think for a minute. Yeah, Bane is one of my favorite pets, actually. Bane's really good. And I can guarantee you're going to want him. Myers is a really good pet. I think Myers is probably one of my favorite. There's just a lot of evil stuff you can do with Myers. Fido was one of my favorite pets for a while. I loved Red Fido. Oh, there's no doubt, Moon. I agree 100%. And I think that's where it really changed a lot with the jungle. The jungle is the best PvP we've had. Because the fear of Doomsday, the home field advantage, boss net, sun in their eyes, taking blue away. It really depends on what you're playing against and how you go about it. Do you want to slow a team down so they can't get that flag? Do you want to pull a blue away from them if they've got a lot of cooldowns? You know, if you got a team that's heavy on cooldowns and they have one less blue, you can go just crazy grenade battles, right? But like I said, I don't want to answer everything because I'll give away too many strategies. But there are strategies that, if they're played out the right way, are very, very difficult to beat. Oh, absolutely. Um, you're going to be able to mouse over the item and the description will pop up. That's why we want to do the burn trivia the way we did it, so people get used to seeing the pictures. Yeah, you know, the temple concept for Faction Wars, I was going to do a King of the Hill type of PvP game. And so then I decided to incorporate the temple in there, and then the rings just made sense, or the blessings. But I still can foresee somewhere in the future a King of a Hill type of game. I just got to kind of hammer it out a little bit more, where basically your goal would be to kind of work your way up and knock the person off and take control, and you'd gain points the longer you're up top. But all right. You know what? I am going to we're going to wind this thing down. So tomorrow, as I said, by 10 a.m., everybody will have your bundles, all of your items, and then once you get that, feel free to send any upgrades, anything that you guys want to do, trades. You'll see it right there in front of you. The thing that I'm going to ask you guys, please, please go over. There were several negatives this time around, and I just don't want to penalize people because they're not items I don't think that you can't get. It was just people just weren't reviewing their inventory. So just review it. Make sure that you guys are accurate with it. And then we'll be back live Wednesday night for Mir traveling to Ark. Big, big game. And of course, it's a big game, and it's also the first night we're rolling out Onslaught gear, and it's also the first night that we're going to add the super stock bundle. So, hey guys, thanks for hanging out, spending a couple hours talking about our game, our portal, some great ideas, and hopefully that we gave you guys a lot of good stuff, and you're very optimistic about the future of the game and the future of. I feel good about everything that we're doing, and hopefully you guys see that all of our hard work really, really, really is starting to pay off. So have a good night, everybody. Thanks again, and I will see you Wednesday night. Peace.